Hey guys, it's Pop, and welcome to my beginner's guide to Diablo 4. This guide is intended for those that are new to the game or haven't played in a while. When you first start Diablo 4, you'll be presented with a campfire screen with 5 classes to play. You can choose among Barbarian, Necromancer, Sorcerer, Rogue, or Druid. It's up to you depending on which playstyle you prefer. They're all good in their own way, so choose whichever one suits you best. Let's create a Barbarian. You can choose your body type. You can also select from various presets, which we'll do, or you can customize your character's look. When you create a character, you can either create them as a hardcore character or not. The difference is when a hardcore character dies, the death is permanent and you lose all of the gear that it has on it. I wouldn't recommend new players to play hardcore, so we'll leave that blank. You'll then be prompted which hero realm you'd like to select. You can choose either seasonal or eternal. For the seasonal realm, every 3 months everyone in Diablo 4 starts over. After the season is over, your character will automatically be transferred to the eternal realm. You can also choose a starting difficulty, either World Tier 1 or World Tier 2. World Tier 2 is a little bit more difficult but does have more rewards. For this example, let's go with World Tier 1. You can always change this later on. When you first start in Diablo 4, you'll have to play through the campaign once. For our subsequent characters, you can skip the campaign, but it's a great story to go through. You'll start as a level 1 character in this cave right here, in the Ice Howl Taiga. Diablo 4 has a level cap of 100. You'll notice below you have potion charges, which can be accessed by pressing Q. You have 4 skill slots, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can assign skills to the left click and right click of your mouse. If you're playing on console, the buttons will be slightly different. In addition, you can evade or jump with the spacebar. You'll notice the red globe on the left side is your health. When this runs down to 0, you will die. On the right side, you'll have your resource. Each class has a different resource, but it will help you use your skills. You can press M to view the world map. In this case, you'll see we started out right here. The mouse will zoom in and out for you, and that we have a quest to go on, which is located right here. You'll notice that the full map is currently fogged out, and you cannot see anything. As you explore the areas, these will open up, and they will be permanently opened up for future characters. You can also access your quest log by clicking this button here. It will show your quests that you have, and you can track them on the map. The yellow quests are campaign quests, the white quests are important quests for your character, and the blue quests are optional or side quests. In addition, there will be seasonal quests that will show up here as well in green. As you fight your way through, you will gain experience as shown on the experience bar. Once you reach a new level, you will receive a skill point. Your character will earn skill points as they level up until level 50, at which they will begin earning Paragon points. We'll talk about Paragon points later, but essentially they're a more advanced configuration. You start at the top of the skill tree with basic skills. They're always free to cast, so sometimes they're called generators as they generate resource for you. For example, on my Barbarian, Lunging Strike generates 12 Fury, which can be used to cast other skills. As you fill out the points, you'll work your way down through the skill tree. You'll need to spend the listed number of points in order to get down to the next section of the skill tree. Once you've spent 33 skill points, you'll be able to choose a key passive. When you're just starting out, you'll want to follow these yellow campaign quests. You're going to work your way through until you finalize the campaign. Essentially, follow these yellow quests, and it will guide you through the story. Later in the story, you'll earn a mount, which you can summon by pressing Z, but we do not have that yet. Specific to seasonal play, you'll want to look at the Battle Pass, which can be accessed by pressing U. It shows you various cosmetics and items that you'll earn as you're working through your seasonal progression. There are various tiers of the Battle Pass, free, premium, and accelerated, but the free is adequate for playing through. In addition, you'll earn seasonal blessings, which can buff your character. For example, you can get more XP from monster kills. You'll earn these as you work your way through the season. Once you finish the campaign, you'll be in a town. There are various towns throughout Sanctuary that you can teleport through, each having their own waypoint. As you journey through the areas, you will unlock the various waypoints just by clicking on them. The current season, Season 5, has a season quest that starts in Zarbinzet. So essentially you would want to click this and follow that through in order to experience that seasonal content. Now let's explore the town to see some of the NPCs and vendors you'll encounter in your journey. As you're fighting, you will occasionally find murmuring obols which will drop from various rewards and quests. You can take these obols to the Purveyor of Curiosities to gamble for an item. The slot will be guaranteed, so for example, if I gamble for a sword, I will get a sword. The occultist will imprint aspects for you, craft sigils, salvage sigils, and enchant items for you. The blacksmith will salvage gear, repair items, temper items, and masterwork items. The jeweler can salvage gems, craft gems, unsocket gems, and add sockets to items. You also have stash space to keep extra gear, which is shared among your characters. The alchemist can upgrade your healing potion, craft elixirs, transmute items, and craft incense for you. The stable master, you can access your mounts and accessories. For the current season, there is a Mother's Triune NPC, which will unlock various rewards as you earn Mother's gifts. There's also a wardrobe function. By clicking on that, you can access and change your appearance. You can also summon pets, which will go around and pick up gold for you, as well as access your available headstones and town portals. A healer is in town as well. Clicking on the healer will heal you and recharge all of your potions. Now let's talk a little bit more about skills and Paragon. As you level up your character, you will earn skill points, which can be used to unlock skills. Once you reach level 50, you'll start earning Paragon points, which are used to fill out your Paragon boards. You can spend your Paragon points working through the Paragon boards by clicking each node. Each node will provide various buffs and changes to your character. For example, these are normal nodes, these are magic nodes, and these are rare nodes. In addition, each board will have a glyph socket, which you can put glyphs in, which provide changes to your character. You'll find glyphs as you are going through dungeons or Helltide. Once you've reached the end of the board, you can attach a new board and rotate the board as needed. You'll work your way through to connect the various boards. If you're unsure of what the best route to take with your Paragon points, it's best to follow a build guide, but you can also reset it at any time if you feel like you've made a mistake. You can also right-click to refund the various nodes that you've selected. You'll notice on your character you have various slots. You have a helm, chest, gloves, pants, boots, and your weapons. Depending on the class, you may have a different number of weapons. For example, barbarians get more weapons than most classes. Also, you have amulet and 2 rings. Your character's inventory is divided up into the equipment, which are the gear that you will find, consumables, which you can use to access various functions in the game, as well as quest items. Each class also has a specific specialization, which will be, as you're leveling, you will come across and will be assigned a class-specific quest. Completing that quest will unlock the specialization. Diablo 4 has 4 world tier difficulties associated with it, ranging from Adventurer, Veteran, Nightmare, and Torment. You change your world tier by clicking the world tier statue in the town of Kiovashad. All characters immediately have access to world tier 1 and 2, but in order to access the higher world tiers, you'll need to complete a capstone dungeon for world tier 3 and world tier 4. The capstone dungeon for World Tier 3 is located in the Cathedral of Light in the town of Kiovashad. The capstone dungeon for World Tier 4 is located just north of Fate's Retreat. It's the Fallen Temple. Wherever you happen to be in the world, if you ever need to go back to town, just press T and a portal will open up, taking you back to the nearest town. In addition, if you'd like to test out your skills or try out different builds, there's a training grounds in Kiovashad, which will have training dummies for you to practice on to see what damage you're doing. Now let's talk a little bit about the items you'll find as you're journeying through. At first, you'll find normal items, which are white, magic items, which are blue, rare items, which are yellow. These 3 types of items are very limited in their usefulness as you find them, essentially. Beyond that, you also find legendary items, which are orange. Legendary items come in different flavors. This is a regular legendary, this is a sacred legendary, and this is an ancestral legendary. With each step up, the item is more powerful, as you'll see it has more damage or has a higher item power. In addition, you'll find unique items, sacred uniques, and ancestral uniques. You'll find regular, legendary, and uniques in Worlds Tier 1 and 2. You'll start to find sacred items in World Tier 3, and you'll find ancestral items in World Tier 4. Once you start to find legendary items, you will then replace your regular, magic, and rare items. And from pretty much there on, you won't use these items anymore, and you'll just salvage them. The way that legendary items work is they have an extra legendary power. So for example, this has the might power on it, which gives you damage reduction when you use basic skills. You'll notice there's a range for the item from anywhere between 2 and 7 seconds. Salvaging legendary items at the blacksmith will put this legendary power into what's called the codex of power, and it can then be used to imprint on items in the future. For example, if I were to salvage this Sovereign Helm of Might, I would get the might put into my codex of power. I can then use that to imprint it on an item. So for example, if I search for might, I'll see I have the aspect of might, and I can place it on a particular item for materials and a small gold cost. As you find better and better versions of the same legendary power and you salvage those items, it will upgrade the rank of your codex of power. For this example, I have rank 11 of 11 for my aspect of might, this will give me the full bonus for that aspect. Later into the endgame, you'll also come across mythic unique items, which are in purple. These are special items, which are very rare in the game and really boost your character's power. They can also be crafted for a fee of resplendent sparks and 50 million gold. Occasionally, you will come across shrines. There's various different types of shrines in the game. For example, this is a conduit shrine. If I click it, it will give me a conduit power. As you're traveling around the map, there'll be various regions of the map to explore. I would recommend going around after you've completed the campaign and exploring all the regions first to unlock the map. The fog will be cleared as you go there, and afterward, your future characters will no longer have the fog on the map. In addition, you'll come across what are called Altar of Liliths in various areas of the map. Clicking on an Altar of Lilith gives you a permanent power for all future characters, so be sure to go through and claim all of the Altar of Liliths. Diablo 4 also has a renown system, which can be viewed by pressing W on the map. For each region, you have a number of bonuses that you can get for exploring waypoints, strongholds, doing side quests, discovering areas, completing side dungeons, and clicking the Altars of Lilith. You'll want to do the renown system at least once to unlock skill points, potion capacities, maximum obols, and paragon points for each region. Once you've done this once, you won't have to do it again on future characters. Now let's talk about some of the other features and functions that you'll have. There's also a season journey. By completing the various chapters and stages of the season journey will reward you with items. You can access your collection of the codex, you can complete various challenges, you can view fallen characters if you've played hardcore, and you can also view trials. The social menu will show you your friends, the clan menu will show you your clan that you're in if you're part of one, and the shop will offer various cosmetics and add-ons for the price of platinum. Platinum is a currency that you can purchase with real money, which give your character and mount various cosmetics. Some of the other content that you can do are dungeons, cellars, Helltide, world bosses, legions, PvP. In addition, there are other seasonal content available, as well as Uber bosses. Each of these provide a different reward, so be sure to try them all. There's also a tree of whispers that you'll be introduced to. Whispers will be located on the map. They're sort of mini quests that you can do. Once you've completed enough whispers, you'll be instructed to go to the tree of whispers to turn them in, which will reward you with additional items. The obelisk in Saragar will introduce you to the pit system, which is a timed dungeon, which provides you with masterworking materials once you've completed it. In the town of Gaia-Kul, you'll find the Horn of Trials. This will unlock a weekly trial ladder, which you can compete with other players on. It resets weekly and provides you with very nice rewards. In addition, there's a leaderboard which you can place on, as well as earn a spot in the Hall of the Ancients. Some of the consumables you'll come across in your journeys are nightmare sigils, which open nightmare dungeons, compasses, which open Infernal Horde dungeons, elixirs, profane mind cages, which boost the Helltide monster level and cinder drop rate, keys to unlock silent chests, various summoning materials for summoning bosses, and abyssal scrolls to upgrade the compasses. Later, you'll start to find items which have what are called greater affixes on them. You'll see that denoted by the star next to the name. What this is a number of aspects will have a boosted power on them. You'll see them highlighted in bold. Later, you'll also be able to upgrade your gear through masterworking. Masterworking will boost the stats. You'll see that with the dots below there. We've covered a lot of items, but let's just recap. Essentially, to proceed with your character, you're going to first complete the campaign. Then go to your map, explore all the areas, find the Altar of Lilith statues, and unlock the renown for each section. Then follow the seasonal quests, seasonal journey, and try out the various content, such as the strongholds, dungeons, nightmare dungeons, pits, trials, PvP, and Helltide, as well as the Infernal Hordes. By doing this, you'll gain lots of experience and explore what the game has to offer. You'll work your way up from World Tier 1 all the way to World Tier 4. You'll replace your normal gear with rare gear with legendary gear, sacred gear with ancestral gear, and uniques and ubers as applicable for your build. What are you looking for stat-wise? Well, it really depends on your build, but many builds need armor, life, plus to skills, different crowd control stats, as well as movement speed, resistances, and various other items. Your build guide will specifically tell you what you're looking for. Some things to keep in mind: you'll need to have at least 9,230 armor at level 100 in order to have the most physical damage resistance. In addition, for the elemental resistances, you'll want to get these up to 70%, which can be done through finding rolls with those resistances on them or putting gems in your jewelry. Last but not least, remember to have fun, party up with other people. You can join groups up to 4 people and run through these events together. In addition, there'll be world bosses that summon every few hours on the map. Go there, and in a group, you'll all attack the world boss and receive some nice rewards. And that's going to do it for my complete beginner's guide to Diablo 4. I hope you found this informative. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and stop by on Twitch to chat with me, and we can answer any questions that you may have. Thank you, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.